Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to talk about equations of lines and linear models. Revisiting again point-slope form. The equation for that was y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And remember, we're only changing the y1, the m, and the x1. We can do this when we've been given, let me fix that there. If we've been given slope and a point, or two ordered pairs, because remember, we can find slope from the two ordered pairs and then use either ordered pair to write our equation. So if we start here, we have a point negative 4, 1 and a slope of negative 3. We put this in point slope form. We have y minus, y1 is 1, slope is negative 3, x minus, and x1 is negative 4. We would clean this up by add the opposite to make this y minus 1 is equal to negative 3 times x plus 4. So that would be our point slope form. Now if we want to move that into slope-intercept form, we would distribute the negative 3 to have y minus 1 is negative 3x plus 4. And then add the 1 to its like term. So y is equal to negative 3x plus 5. So point slope form, slope-intercept form. And then standard form, the x and the y are on the same side. So for standard form, we would add the 3x over with the y, and that would be 3x plus y is equal to 5. So we have point slope form in the yellow, slope-intercept form in the blue, and standard form in the green. For part B, we have to take an extra step. They give us two ordered pairs. So we're going to have to start with finding the slope. So finding the slope, negative 4 minus 2 over 2 minus negative 3. That gives us negative 6 over positive 5 for our slope. Now remember, we can use either ordered pair. It doesn't matter if we use negative 3, 2, or if we use 2, negative 4. And so for point slope form, we'd have y minus 2. I'm going to use this first one here. It's negative 6/5 times x minus negative 3. And again, I would go ahead and add the opposite to make that just x plus 3. And there is our point slope form. Slope-intercept form, we'd have to distribute that negative 6/5 and then add 2 to its like term. And 2 would be 10/5. So we get y is equal to negative 6/5 x minus 8/5. For standard form, remember standard form ax plus by equals c doesn't have any fractions. So my first step for writing in standard form would be to multiply everything by 5, which are the denominators of my fractions on the right side. So if I multiplied everything by 5, I get 5y negative 6x minus 8. We would then add 6x over to be with the y, so that standard form is 6x plus 5y is equal to negative 8. Slope-intercept form. Remember the equation for slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is our slope and b is our y-intercept. We can rewrite point-slope form and standard form into slope-intercept form. So let's try that. For example A, find the slope and y-intercept of this line. This is in standard form. Ax plus by is equal to c. So in order to get this into slope-intercept form, we have to get y alone. And remember a couple of sections back we talked about how do we do that? Well, we move the x first. This is a positive 4x, so we would subtract 4x from both sides. That would give us 5y is negative 10 minus 4x. And then divide everything by 5. So y is equal to negative 2 minus 4/5 x. Our slope then is negative 4/5, and our y-intercept is negative 2. For part B, well, I've got points, so we could put this in point-slope form after we find slope, and then simplify that into slope-intercept form. So we'll start with finding slope. I'm going to do 4 minus 1 over 2 minus 1. That's 3 over 1, which is 3. And I will use this first ordered pair to plug it into point-slope form. So y minus 1 is equal to 3 times x minus 1. This is our point-slope form. For slope-intercept form, we'll start distributing the 3. 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. We would finish by adding the 1 over to its like term. So our slope-intercept form would be 3x minus 2. Our slope is 3, and our y-intercept is negative 2. Our last sample here is asking us to use the graph this time. And so I'm going to start with, what does my graph tell me? Well, my graph tells me right here that my y-intercept, or b, is negative 1. I can also look at the slope, the rise over run. In this case, it's going to be the fall. So we're going down 1 and right 3. So our slope is negative 1/3. So in y equals mx plus b, we would change the m and the b. Our m is negative 1/3, and our b is negative 1. And so that would be our slope-intercept form for this graph. Horizontal and vertical lines. These are our special lines. Vertical lines have the equation x equals a, and have no slope or undefined slope. That's because when we find slope of it, we have a 0 in the denominator. So it would maybe look like 8 over 0 or negative 7 over 0 or something like that. Horizontal lines have the equation y equals b and has 0 slope. And that's because when we find slope of that line, the top or the numerator becomes 0. So we have like 0 over negative 4 or 0 over 22. It doesn't matter because 0 divided by anything is 0. So that being said, when we graph these, x is equal to negative 2. This means that we don't care what's happening with y. We only care about what's happening with x. And in this case, x is negative 2. So where is x negative 2? X is negative 2 here, 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 up here, down here, down here. And so there's my vertical line for x is equal to negative 2. X is equal to 4. Again, there's no y in there, so we really don't care about y. Where is x? 4. Well, x is 4 here, 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 here. And so there's our vertical line for x is equal to 4. Y is equal to 1. So now we're talking about y. We don't care about x because x is not anywhere in this equation. Where is y? 1. Well, y is 1 here, 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 here. That's why this is a horizontal line. And again, for example D, we have y is equal to negative 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So where is y? Negative 6. Well, it's here, 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 here. And so there's my horizontal line for y is equal to negative 6. This is where we will stop for today. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.